Hello, hello. Alright, well, I'm going to get started here. I am going to be doing sprint planning and other stuff, which is all boring, tedious work, but that's what I do. First thing I got to do, I got to do some Perforce administration. Yeah, version control. Yeah. And we're also going to stop instances that we're not using, like we're not using some of these game servers and tests, so shut those off. I'm going to log into Perforce server. And what is the user for our admin? Let's see. P4 admin is super. Alright, user super is logged in. So let's see. P4, how do we delete a user? Deletes the specified user, only uses username, only a Perforce super user can run this command. So it's P4 user-D. Let me see. Oh, I have to use -F. User is deleted. Alright. Sorry, Sanacron. You're done. No more Perforce. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is actual sprint planning stuff. Alright. So sprint 5, let's get this started. So we are starting tomorrow officially. So our milestone is stability still. We can get rid of a lot of these bugs and some of these tasks that we finished. And yeah, okay, we got that done too. Alright, so I think we're going to have a wish list features. These are things that Adam is asking for that if I can get in easily, I will get it in. And I've got a list of bugs that I need to write in here. Alright, so, alright, so bug fixes. One bug that we got, I'm not going to fix this install issue thing. I haven't seen that be a major problem. So I'm going to create a backlog bug thing. So bug backlog, and I'm going to go ahead and copy that out of here. Alright, so we'll get rolling here. Alright, so we'll take this one off. And yeah, the Twitch profile picture is not showing up in the right UI. I actually know what that problem is now. Alright, so that's running. Alright, so let's see. We've got the dedicated update bat files for dedicated server to use other ports. And what are some other things? Collision animation on playing when running into the wall. Yeah. It's going to be the stun not playing when running into walls sometimes. That's causing issues. Password doesn't seem to work anymore. No sound on some wall collisions over the network? Okay. Stubbing toe on floor still happens in the night level? Alright, so stubbing toe on floor in night level. And this is a repro with the stun key. So I'll need to go look at it. Oh, Karkan, good morning. Let's see. Team names were useful. Bring them back. That was a thing. And we also have the replication of team not working at server start, causing some players not to be able to hit each other. Alright, so I'll estimate those guys out. Let's see, what else have we got? Twitch names are wrong, and animation locking. We also have a null pointer server crash with scoring and possibly telemetry. I'm not sure. We did have a server crash. I didn't see any other server crashes, but it did happen. Yeah, basically how we work on this project is we do weekly sprints. So we plan out what we're doing for the week and try to get organized. And the next big thing, since the update went quite well, and kind of our standards for quite well are like the game is running, and like, you know, it wasn't a complete shit show. We released on time. So the next update is going to be, the next update is kind of the end of our next milestone. So it's 217. So we go in sprints on what we're supposed to do. Even with some panic just before. What was the panic? The getting the level to work? Well, that wasn't necessarily panic. Like, we had a stable level before that, so we were trying to get in some extra stuff, and we basically just, went like, all right, it's not getting in. We're just ship what we had stable, and we'll be good to go. I don't know, I logged in as my other user in the forums, and I was able to post stuff. So I don't know if I'll try my other account. Yeah, I'm able to reply to stuff. Let's see if I can make a post. Post thread. New thread. Test. Test thread. Test. An exclamation mark. You're trying to post a message too quickly after posting a previous message. Please wait 31 more seconds. Oh, Scorp. The posts don't appear. Yeah, they totally appear. Yeah, it's going well. Just doing the planning for the next week here. Yeah, I'll be trying. Let me see. Post thread. Okay. Yeah, my thread shows up. Like, that's on my burner account. My crappy, shitty member account that doesn't do anything. And looks like it's showing up. Yeah, it shows up in test thread. It's got everything on there. So I don't know. Alright, were there any other bugs that I should be looking at? I mean, there's the animation locking. The Steam controller stuff, like I got a Steam controller, but can't really do much about that. Yeah, I don't see any reply on that thread. I mean, I can log out of my account and the thread is still there. Okay, your reply is now showing up. It just took a little bit there. Yeah, it's working. Just looks like the forum takes a little bit to do its thing. It takes a bit to do its forumy business. Okay, so the other issues were collider issues with forest level. So we might want to look into exactly what's going on with that. And another thing is, I think the wall slope, walkable wall slope issues, especially in practice room. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Yeah, I see your second reply as well. So I think it's working. I don't see any issues with that going on. Okay, so the next big update is going to be, we need the practice rooms. We're not really going to have that many perf improvements, so it's going to be practice rooms, the UI level, and server voting and server options. It's actually a big ass list of things. I think we're just going to call perf profiling done for that much. We already know what the problem is. I'll have to talk to Adam. The biggest issue is the foliage shadows. I'm going to go ahead and delete that test thread. I mean, I can see it if I log out. It's all there. Like, if I log out and I'm totally not logged in at all, what I see is test thread. Oh, I see. Your replies aren't in there. But if I log in, I can see the replies. Yeah, I can see the replies if I log in. So let's see. I have absolutely no idea why. Huh. Okay, so it says there's 2 threads awaiting moderator notes. I cannot purge posts, it seems. I can't seem to post anything anymore. Alright, so threads awaiting moderation. So moderation queue. Okay, so why don't we approve those? Okay, and then we got posts awaiting moderation. Okay, I see what's going on here. We just need to approve posts. Mark all is approved. Perform actions. Okay, so it looks like there's a moderation queue for all that stuff. So let me log back out and see if you can see everything now. Yeah, so when I log out now, everything's in there. So it's kind of locked down is what it looks like. You have to go to the mod control panel and you don't see posts for moderation. I'm too low in the hacking order. Alright, well let me log in as the super admin and make sure you got the right stuff. Alright, so we've got administrators, members. Alright, members can do this. Users and permissions. Can manage announcements, can manage. Alright, there we go. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, why? I just let everybody ban everybody. Alright, so you're a moderator. Moderator control panel says you can do everything. Moderate new posts, moderate new threads, yeah. Well, when you go to the forum, if you go to the mod control panel, there's moderation queue on the left here, and that's where things show up. So I think you're all set up for that. I can't seem to see any other options or any reason why you wouldn't be. Yeah, because you're definitely in there, and the reason ambientenergy101 is there. Well, regardless, why don't we just add you to a yeah, this is kind of a giant pain in the ass. Alright, well I added you to the super moderators. So, I don't know. See if that works now. Because you should be in there in the super moderator. I'm looking at the different configs for these guys. Yeah, I think it's the users of these group are super moderators. Alright. And I think that technically means that you can moderate anything. So, alright. I think it's that you are a moderator, but then you like have to be a moderator of a specific forum. So I'd have to go like do forum specific things on it. And that's too much fucking work. Alright. Alright, whatever. That's a thing. Alright, so next update is practice rooms, UI level voting, server options. Alright, so I'm gonna need... So we've got 3 weeks to do this. The big things, like the thing that could be cut would be the UI level. I think that's the most worthless part of the update. The big thing would be, I think it's going to be the server options and practice rooms are the big bads. I think practice rooms, I'll have to talk to Adam about the practice rooms to see what he needs. But, alright. Okay. Also, are there any bugs that maybe I don't have listed here that should go in as kind of my list? Like, I've got the bat file for dedicated servers, needs to use other ports. I mean, passwords don't work, stun's not playing, no sound on wall collisions over the network, team names bring back, replication and start a server for not being able to hit people sometimes, null pointer crash on the server, collider issues on the forest level, walkable wall slope issues, the controller not being able to config buttons. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Like, I'm not really sure. Like, you're saying you can't configure buttons on your controller? Like, oh, I see. It's showing up on the right, not the left. Okay. Looks like these standard controls are... Looks like some of this got screwed up for that. Alright. So I guess the gamepad is totally fucked for control customizations. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they would be all jumbled because if you assigned them to both the... Like, you're just going to have to use the defaults, basically. You should be able to customize your keyboard controls, but not your joypad controls, because it's going to try to use like both. Like you hit the A button and it's like trying to use the A button twice for stuff, so it's going to be all sorts of screwed up. So you just have to use the defaults at the moment for the gamepad, is what I think. And there's no way to customize it. Alright, that's a good thing to fix. Yeah, you fix one thing for input and you break something else. That's unfortunate that the raw input stuff did that. It's probably what other people are going to have issues with this. Well, alright. Well, that's part of what we're trying to do, is get to kind of stable, and that's part of like not pushing updates very often. Like when Adam was saying on Friday, he's like, "Oh yeah, well we might push a hotfix." I'm just like, no, fuck. The only time you push a hotfix is when you got these game breaking changes. Because let's say the input stuff goes along with what should be just like minor fixes to the level or something. Like we put some colliders in there for the forest level, or we put some rocks somewhere, and then all of a sudden like we completely fuck up a couple people's things, and then you have to push another hotfix, and then just like at the end of the day, you've pushed a prod like 6 or 7 times, and you're just like, well, today's sucked. It's just like, I don't know. I've been there where you've got just an insane amount of, because then you got like broken window syndrome, where as soon as like you break the window, then it doesn't matter if another window is broken or half the building is on fire. You're just okay with it. You're like, yeah, we're sometimes down all the time. Sorry, just get used to it. It's not a very nice thing, and you end up being too okay with stuff being screwed up all the time. Alright, so we've got our wish list features, which are very wish list. I don't think I'll get to them. So I think the order of things is going to be work on the new game mode stuff, then work on the practice room stuff, and then probably the last week get all these, or while in between things, I'll get these bug fixes in there. And I also need to write down some notes on the I need to make an update to retrospective. Alright, so 128, 22. Alright, so right, wrong. Alright, so what was it? Update 2 was the release of dedicated game servers for customers, as well as the forest level and updates to the training area. Alright, so one right. We got the build out on time. Say the music was really good. System worked well. Launch checklist worked for organization. Our automation tools really made the release easy. We scrambled for some extra changes in the update, but we're actually able to step back and pull them. Let's see. Yeah, the new tools and systems worked. What went wrong? We didn't test the build as much as we should have. I'd say some bugs slipped through which shouldn't have. One thing that shouldn't have slipped through is that control stuff. That's a pretty big gap. We can improve. It sounds like I need like a pre-launch QA checklist for smoke test. For smoke testing build, because that's kind of a big problem there. Like, you know, we don't have a QA department, so being thorough and like usually stuff like that is something you do, right? Like, you go through, like, can I customize my controls? You know, this would be something a QA person would do every morning. You know, can I join all the levels? Yes, this level loads. Yes, this level loads. And, you know, it's kind of your, before lunch, you do all of that crap, and then after that, you'd be doing other stuff. What went wrong? I think communication broke down for the actual launch. So we can improve with that. Probably get on Discord quicker with audio. And have a launch plan written beforehand. I mean, we did, but Adam didn't know where it was. Like, we had that launch checklist document. Adam has access to it, but I didn't like say, Adam, go look at this. This is what we're doing. And as a result, I think he was a little lost when we were doing the update. Let's see. We didn't get everything in the update that we wanted. So we wanted robust server options, but it just didn't get done due to time. What we can improve there? Well, I think actually we didn't promise too much for the update. So we could do in the future there. There was kind of a bad plan for the server stuff. So I think what we can probably do is have more specific plan for feature sets for large features. So we didn't really talk too much, me and Adam, about that, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult to do communication sometimes when, you know, both of us are streaming all the time, because it'll be like, oh well, Adam's streaming, and like normally we'd like do a call or something, and talk about all of our stuff, but we can't really always do that on stream. And there's also kind of the psychological, I don't want to interrupt this thing going on. Well, it's also, Karakan, that you're another person, right? Like, if it's just me and just Adam, that's two people, we find a ton of bugs, right? But, you know, having another person, you know, just even one or two other people, you've got another, you know, 100% eyes on the project, clicking on stuff, doing extra things. You're gonna find, it doesn't matter, you're gonna find what's messed up if it's there, much better than we can, just because there's more eyes on it. I'd say we didn't do a very good job with marketing. I'd say advanced planning marketing didn't work. So I think what we probably try to do is set up join us events on Facebook, social media, forums with advanced notice of update. Yeah, Stuff Finder, it's true. I'd say the Screenshot Saturday video and all that stuff was pretty cool, but I don't know if it worked. Like the yeah. Yeah, Scorp, we'll see. Some of those things we're kind of, I don't know, we don't want to get too big too fast, but at the same time, I'm not really sure. You know, like, it's one of those things where we can, you know, pay for some marketing or we can do some other things, but our real launch is Steam. And the question's going to be, you know, the more people we have, actually more customers coming and using the product, probably the more difficult it is to actually do development, because we'll have more issues, we'll have more bugs, you'll have more noisy people breaking stuff. And kind of right now, if we break everything, it's kind of a small thing. And expectations for the game might be set. I don't know. Probably we should try to get stuff like that, but I don't know. Alright, so I just wrote down some thoughts on it. Just to do that. We'll see. Let's see. see, I need to. The dedicated server runs like a dream, and the hit fixes are super. Yeah. More dev. I was playing all alone. Sorry, Lucas. I'm sorry you're playing all alone. Also, thanks. I mean, I think everybody there in chat was a big part of. It's really good to have everybody play the game and test it out, and it's really nice to see everybody doing, really pulling together to actually have some games and have some fun. Even when we're on the fucking forest level, and it's just like, holding that left stick and holding that right stick, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. They all went here. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll throw that in there for one, right? The dedicated game servers are helping for some people to have a better experience locally. You gotta kick him. Yeah. The force level, I don't know, was interesting. At the end of the 10-hour stream, what I found was we were actually able to score on the forest level when we hadn't been. So it's kind of one of those interesting things where I think, that's another thing I need to write in here. Some bug fix here. I think it's really clear. Upgrade the front punch, the straight punch, to actually hit in a straight line, and upgrade the low kick to hit more consistently. So one of the things I think that really needs to be in there is it's too damned hard to hit a spike. It's easy to pop the ball up, but when you hit it when you're in the air with a front punch, it goes up or it goes down, and it needs to not be so finicky. It needs to be a lot more consistently straight, and the reason it goes up and it goes down is not only it sends it forward always. That's in there. But the problem is your velocity that you're moving at in the the Z direction directly influences the ball. So the only way to actually get a spike is to be perfectly hanging in the air at the top of your jump when you hit the ball, and it's damned hard to do, even with a perfect setup. Yeah, and the kick mostly goes down. I think, the low. I think that's on purpose. And I think I want to take some of that out. Yeah, it's because you're already descending when you hit. That's mainly the thing. So it needs to just hit it forward. It needs to not take your Z velocity into account that much, because I probably need to break it up into quadrants. So if you hit it, yeah. Oh yeah, there's also a gap in the rocks in the training level. Horrible breaking bugs. I think I might need to break it up so that if you hit it in here in this cone versus here, and have the ball just goes this way or this way or this way, and as opposed to what it is right now, which is if you're moving down and you hit it right here, it's gonna go this direction, and to hit it completely straight, you have to be perfectly hanging in the air and hit it perfectly right there, which is just, it's too hard. It's too hard to do. Yeah, there's too much crack on the practice level. Alright, some other small bugs we'd want in option. option list in server setup bat, as opposed to having to perfectly type out the level name. I'm going to send a free copy of the game to this guy. Let's see. Direct early access mailer. Just sending some emails to some business people. We made the stomp quicker when you dash, so it doesn't take those extra seconds. I don't think we did. I don't think we did anything for that, so if we accidentally did something, then I don't know. Okay, any other small tasks I should... It's quicker for you? Okay. It might be that you just have a better frame rate, and you're saving some frames there. It could also be that Adam actually changed some of that. So I'd say if you think that's there. Oh, one other thing. I think the ball might be too floaty. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I'm thinking the ball is right now a bit too space happy. It seems to go too damn fast when you hit it. I don't. You're not sure on that? Maybe I should do a vote in the forums and see what people think. Like there. Yeah, I think it was much more annoying when it would go super slow. Alright, so why don't I post a poll. Let's do general discussion. Let's post a thread. Let's say vote. Is the ball too fast? Let us know. How do I post a poll? Number of options 2. Let me take a look here. Poll option 1. Yes. Actually, let's have 3. Yes. It's too fast. No, it's good. Actually, let's have 4. I don't care. No. but when hit, hits. I guess I'm trying to say, like, the ball is at the right speed, but, like, no, it's that hits are too hard. You did not enter a question for this poll. Oh, question. Is the ball too fast? The slow ball is a nightmare, especially when you're alone in the map, but I feel the floatiness rather when it comes down. Could be faster. I love the hard games, yeah. Anyway, so the poll's up. It's going to be up for the next week. And yes, depending upon the map, we can actually change that. So go vote on how you feel about it, or whatever. And that might give us a bit better data on everybody. There's no option for ball is too slow. Okay, so no, the ball needs to be faster. All right, there you go. More speed. There's no option for too slow. All right, so you can also vote for multiple of those if you have conflicting opinions. Pro mode, extra fast. Well, that's what we're working on for server options. Like, I don't know if everybody here has seen all the server options, but these are the things I'm working on for the next update. Needs more weight. Feels like a balloon. Well, I mean, it is kind of a balloon. But yeah, it depends on how we want to, because having the ball be floaty is kind of different than fast. Like, having a floaty ball means the game is more of an aerial game. So you need to time your jumps and do all that sort of stuff. And if the ball is like super quick to hit the ground, like it's got high gravity, then it's going to be a lot more ground game, punching the absolute shit out of each other. And I think we're trying to, so we'll see. But for the next update, we've got, and if you think there are some other options that are simple things, call them out. So we got the ball linear damping, so the ball will lose speed faster or slower on a per game basis. The angular damping, so the ball will spin less, and that'll also mean the ball, when it's on the ground, will come to rest sooner. So the ball gravity, so that's going to be how heavy it is, so how that floatiness. Ball speed, when you hit it, the ball scale, and ball numbers. We're going to have options for if you can hit the other team and if you can hit your own team. We'll also